Black Lives Matters means to me. Well, frankly, I think it's fucking bullshit and ridiculous that someone would have to say Black Lives Matter to differentiate them from anybody else. I think seeing race and seeing color is bullshit, regardless if someone tells me that's my white privilege or not. I have not enjoyed white privilege. Trust me. I grew up poor. I raised my first children poor. Black Lives Matter. It's fucked up that I have to say that. That's the whole point in saying it. No one can say that it's equal when you go to a poor part of town in a town like ours and everybody gets the same education. But if you go to the poor part of Philadelphia, you'll see the worst teachers with the worst children. They're all acting like heathens because they have no education, don't want an education, don't give a damn. They'll beat somebody's ass for being on the honor roll because they're standing out. You don't want to stand out. You don't want to be different. It starts with, well, it starts with our youth, which is also a problem of their parents. We need to get the schools in on it, the parents in on it, the youth in on it. Everybody needs to be in on it. Everybody needs to fucking stop this cycle. And I know there are a lot of people that don't agree with me and think because I'm a white redneck that I should feel different. I don't know how to solve the problem other than treat them as refugees because they live in a war zone. You go to Chicago, look at Chicago. Murder, 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 black on black violence, black on black violence. They're bitching about the police doing it, but they're bitching, that's their contact with the government. So that's the only government they can bitch at. They see them as the stormtroopers. I see them as my brother, someone to help. But when you have riots because a black cop shot a black man with a gun, there is something socially going on there other than that occurrence. And it's time that everybody opened their eyes and really paid attention to it. Fuck the Black Lives Matter people. They are terrorists. You don't fucking do what they're doing. You don't riot. You don't fucking shoot people. You don't block traffic so that people having babies can't get to the hospital. People can't get to work. People can't do... You don't do that. Go shut down fucking City Hall. That's what you do. Go to your fucking state capitol and block everybody from going in and out of it. Fill the state capitol up with bodies. Live, yelling, screaming, protesting bodies. Not someone who is going to ransack and steal and fuck shit up. That's not how you get recognition from the government. They see you as a criminal then. They see you as what you're trying to get them to not see you as. You understand? Then again, if it's what you know, it's what you do. I think we ought to treat children of those urban areas that are in problems, in trouble like they are, as refugees. And I think the government should drop our foreign refugee policy, focus at home, and I think the government should relocate them. Just saying. There should be a great shuffling of people. Anybody who wants to leave these war zones and go to another place, a better part of America, they're welcome to do it. But you know, these cities want to keep them there. The Democrats want to keep them there so that they can keep voting for Democrats so that they can get that check because they're stuck there and can't do anything. You see the cycle? Yet another reason to vote for Donald Trump. He wants to bring industry back, give you a job so that you can fucking leave. Right? You can move to a better part of town. Because if you ain't got nothing but a $200 check and $500 worth of food stamps a month, you're doing nothing but feeding your kids and paying that light bill, right? And selling food stamps to get by. It's high time America wake up. You may not agree with me, especially if you disagree with me. Pay attention. Listen to what I've said. Go back and listen to it again. We have people who are hopeless. And for you or I, we would load stuff up in a car and just go somewhere else and try and find a job. So there's no jobs to be had. Who wants to hire a thug black kid? Who wants to hire somebody who's done nothing but sit on their ass for a couple of years, or 10, 15 years, and raise babies on the government's check? Who's going to hire someone like that? We need to redistribute people of America who want to go somewhere else. Government give them a grant and help them go somewhere else. Not in another bad part of town where the government housing is and the projects, and move them from one bad place to another place. We need to find where the jobs are at. Statistically, since Mr. Obama likes to manipulate statistics and polls and make it seem like what he wants to do is where America wants to steer towards. Like sheep, we need to actually look at real data instead of governmentally changed data and figure out where the most jobs are, where we need people to be at, because you know they're locating Syrians there. They're not even doing anything to help the people from Mexico who they love so dearly. Every morning when I go to work before dark, or while it's still dark, and I look around and I see Mexican people getting ready to work their fucking asses off, still in dirty clothes, muddy clothes from the day before. And they work their fucking asses off building America so that they can send money home to their families. When I say Black Lives Matter, I'm talking about them too. It's not just black people. It's poor people. It's people that don't have a voice because there are so many of them that they're lost in the shuffle. There are so many of them that when a police officer looks at a young black boy, he sees nothing but the 20 he just dealt with who are cussing at him and acting like a fucking ass and murdering and selling drugs and dope. They don't see an individual. They see all black boys who are fuck-ups and thugs. This woman just got charged for shooting this man. And you know, from the accounting of it, from what you saw there, she had to be scared fucking shitless for this man to be looking at her. This is how the description of the man was looking at her. Now, if someone's looking at you like that, and he's 2 feet taller than you, wouldn't you be scared? But fear, perception, was that enough for her to shoot that man? No. She should have had her taser out too. What I had read initially was that someone had tased him twice before. If nobody had tased that man when he stopped, when he wasn't following instructions, how can you shoot him? You know, one tased him, one shot him. One had better focus on the situation and what to do, and the other one was scared shitless. I don't know what to do about it. Should she get off? Yeah, that's scary. It's a scary thought. All right, friends, y'all have a wonderful day. Please think about somebody else. Do something for somebody. Feed somebody. Help somebody eat. Love one another as I love you. Y'all have a good one.
Lil Doggy.